if people know that you are a photographer and interested in cameras, you might be lucky and people actually give you cameras from time to time. And recently a friend gave me this Canon, and I've used a number of Canons over the last few years. A lot of EOS cameras, in particular the EOS 300 and the 50, and I've really enjoyed using them. And teaching A-level photography, I found the Canon camera really reliable, and it gave a lot of options and was a great camera to use. But I hadn't actually used one of these, and it's, as I said, it's a EOS 5000, and it came on the market in 1995. Now, Canon used the EOS branding in Europe and a lot of the world, but in America they used the name Rebel. What's slightly interesting in this camera is it wasn't launched in America. What's interesting about this camera is it wasn't launched in America or Japan. It was mainly in Europe and Asia, and it was seen as a slightly lower camera to some of the others. And something which is worth bearing in mind with Canons is that the lower the number of the camera, the higher the value of the camera. So the EOS 1 was the highest quality camera, where this 5000 is near the bottom. However, it doesn't mean to say it doesn't take fantastic photographs, and to this day both Canon and Nikon are very good at using very similar components in all the cameras that will give you the quality. So in the Nikon you have a sensor in the lower price camera which we will find in the higher price camera. And the thing about this EOS is how good I found it to use. Let's look at the design a little bit first. In opening the camera, and check this hasn't got a film in. Right, we can see it's DX coded, and there is no iOS manual setting, so if you have a film that isn't DX coded, the camera defaults to 100 ISO. But nice and simple to load the camera there, bring it over there and close the back, and the film I found loaded very, very easily. We haven't got a great deal of display on this camera, but what we have got, we've got a dial with shutter speed, so we can select whatever shutter speed we like, and the camera will then set the aperture. So you could say that this camera is a shutter speed by our priority, because we are selecting the shutter speed, and if we half press, the f-stop will then come up. So in this room at the moment, if I point towards the light, it's giving me a f-stop of f4. We also have on this indication the number of shots left as well, so it doubles as f-stop, and it doubles as f-stop and counter. So we've got our shutter speeds here, we've got a lock to turn the camera off, and then we have what I would call creative modes. We've got portrait mode, landscape, flower if we're still alive, and sport. So in sport, the camera will automatically give you the highest possible shutter speed it can. Obviously with flower you can get close. Landscape, it will give you the greatest depth of field it can, and with portrait it gives you a smaller depth of field. The camera uses the Canon EOS mount. The lenses, the camera is designed as an automatic focusing camera, and I found it worked incredibly efficiently as autofocus. You can put the lens in manual and focus manually as well. Obviously it's got a motor ride in, it fits into the hand beautifully, it's ergonomic, we have a pop-up flash. Well, what is it like to use? As you would expect, it's a good camera to use. I used it recently on a December sunny afternoon, and first of all I went on a walk on a hill in Dorset called the Five Marys, where there's 5 burial mounds, Bronze Age burial mounds, and I was really pleased with the sharpness and the ease of use. Having a fence between me and them is quite a good idea. Could ideally do with a more telephoto lens, but this is fine. It would be nice if this one could just turn around. There you go, just turn around. Let's see your eyes. Yeah, that's it. Fantastic. Thank you very much. These are incredible beasts. Very calm out here. The winter sun behind us in Corfe. Corfe Castle is a great village which I really enjoy photographing. It's one of the most photographed places in Dorset. However, you can always, I always seek to find something a little bit different to photograph if I can. In conclusion, I found the EOS 5000 very easy to use. Yes, it does feel a bit like a happy snappy camera, but it's got a good size to it, it's got a good grip, and with the right lens you can get some fantastic results. Thanks for watching.